Get yourself prepared, because Tormented Souls 2 is set to reignite the survival horror genre when it launches in a few months from now. Well, this time letting you rejoin Carolyn as she explores a remote town shrouded in dark history. Tasked with saving her sister from a mysterious illness, Carolyn this time faces even more terrifying creatures and puzzles that push your survival instincts to the edge. Lots of claustrophobic combat and an immersive narrative. Take a look.
Sorry bang, tapi gue gak bisa nunggu kelamaan.
On second hand, Agni or Agni, Village of Calamity, is an Indonesian cinematic survival horror game in which you follow Agni, who is an investigator who ventures into a remote village despite ominous warnings from her unit. In fact, Agni combines investigative gameplay with intense horror elements and a story that's linked to a long-forgotten tragedy. The atmospheric village and a gripping narrative is what made this upcoming game stand out amongst the rest.
Kayaknya tadi gue taruh hijab di sini deh. Apa masih di ember cucian ya? Siapa sih itu? Gedor-gedor mulu anjir. Iya, sebentar. Lila, Kakni seneng kan kalau aku pergi?
The lake house. If I had any clue what was waiting for us in there.
Alan Wake 2 The Lake House is an expansion of the critically acclaimed Alan Wake 2 set to release shortly. This DLC takes players into the mysterious lake house, a research facility linked to the Remedy Entertainment's Control universe. The facility, which is located on the shores of Cauldron Lake, becomes the site of a reality warping catastrophe. Now, the DLC also introduces players to a new agent, offering a deeper connection between the Alan Wake and the Control storylines.
How much time has passed? Days? Weeks?
At number 4, Regeneration is another survival horror game set for a 2025 release. A third-person experience in which players explore an abandoned post-Soviet complex, taking on a role of a scientist unraveling a dark secret while facing off against a bunch of creatures born from past experiments. The game emphasizes tense exploration, environmental manipulation, and scientific tools like scanners and UV flashlights to survive the horrors within.
I'm not from this world. They hide in the shadows, playing with us. Someone has to stop this before it awakens. Kate, please, forgive me.
Venture into our haunted house where the walls whisper morbid tales from beyond.
On the other hand, at number 5, we have Bleed of Fear, an upcoming horror game that plunges players into a sinister theme park packed with traps, attractions, which are pretty eerie, and psychological terror. It focuses on survival through resource management, with monitoring the protagonist's health, heart rate, bleeding, and more as crucial. Players get to navigate procedurally generated areas using Mary, the protagonist's sixth sense, to detect traps and uncover hidden dangers, definitely drawing inspiration from classics like the Silent Hill games.
Secrets that will make your heart skip a beat from fright. you're going to remember why you feared the dark. Prepare for the most intense, spine-chilling night of your life. Bleed of fear.
You! Here! Now!
One of my favorite games in today's list. Prepare for Decadent, a first-person shooter horror inspired by Lovecraft set in 1920s. It follows a World War veteran turned occultist as he journeys the Arctic in search of his son, facing horrors and Lovecraftian creatures on his path. Blending atmospheric exploration, psychological horror, and gunplay with magical artifacts, this game promises an intense, sanity-testing experience.
Crap! You won't get her this time! I won't let you! Let her go! Don't be afraid. You're safe now. I saved you. What the? Tenebris, Maledictum, Aeternum, Mortis, Agni!
Coming right up, we have Slackjaw, taking players into a psychological horror adventure where stealth and survival are key. Coming in October 2025, this first-person horror game challenges you to escape from a deranged serial killer. You'll need to use your wits and solve puzzles while navigating eerie environments, using stealth and witnessing a dark story based on real events. Slackjaw promises a terrifying journey for fans of survival horror games.
Desired it with an ardor that far exceeded moderation.
Up next, Altarium is a strategic science fiction adventure that promises a mix of deep exploration and tactical combat. Players navigate a mysterious alien planet, gathering resources, constructing bases, and battling hostile life forms. With a focus on strategic planning and resource management, this game offers a complex and challenging experience, perfect for fans of games like XCOM and Subnautica. You can expect lots of tense battles and ever-evolving environmental hazards.
Come on, get up!
At number 10, Deathground is a solo and co-op survival horror game that throws players into a desperate battle for survival against artificial intelligent dinosaurs. Have you ever heard of that? Yeah, basically the game has a somewhat Left 4 Dead premise where you enter a Deathground with a team of up to 3 players for squad-based action or attempt to survive alone in a solo session, although against dinosaurs instead of zombies.
Effective against the creatures, as they respond to auditory cues rather than the visual ones.
At 11, A Quiet Place: The Road Ahead brings out and delivers the tension-filled atmosphere of the A Quiet Place film series into a gripping survival horror game. Players must navigate a world terrorized by sound-sensitive monsters, relying on stealth and quick thinking to basically just survive. Road Ahead emphasizes exploration and resource management, forcing players to make tough decisions in dire circumstances. It does capture the franchise's suspense and vulnerability much more.
Sandbags, on the other hand, give you an opportunity to create your own silent pathways across surfaces that would have otherwise generated a lot of sound when walking over. And in some places that still have functional electricity, you may even find ways of temporarily stunning creatures.
At number 12, Nightmare House Reimagined takes players back to the iconic horror mod from Half-Life 2, reimagined as a standalone game. Set in a mysterious abandoned house, players must navigate terrifying environments while constantly feeling watched. With improved graphics and a revamped story and Unreal Engine 5, it promises a much improved blend of horror and mystery, new secrets, and an even more immersive gameplay.
Hey, Serdar!
Have you seen Yana?
Something happened.
She's in no state to be wandering out in the metro alone.
On the other hand, Metro Awakening is an upcoming VR action-adventure game set to launch on November 7 this year for the PlayStation VR 2, PC, and other VR platforms as well. By Vertigo Games in collaboration with Deep Silver, the new game delves into the origin story of Khan, one of the most enigmatic characters from the Metro series, and follows a doctor navigating tunnels in search of his missing wife. Pre-orders are available now for the game, and the Deluxe Edition offers early access and exclusive in-game item. This is how it looks. We actually got a new trailer for it.
Did you not hear any of that? Yana, is that you?
The worm.
I'm seeing things. Hearing things. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Sometimes we need to become the thing we fear to prevent something worse.
It's just a work meeting. I have everything under control, really.
All right, but please let me know how it goes, as soon as you can. Good luck, Naomi.
At number 13, BrokenLore Low takes you deep into the misty supernatural atmosphere of a remote Japanese village where ancient secrets and haunting legends await. As Naomi in this game, players uncover a cursed temple's dark past while exploring the village's claustrophobic pathways. Instead of combat, survival hinges on hiding in the game from sinister forces while uncovering diaries and lost stories. This prequel to Unfollow actually promises a narrative-driven game for fans of atmospheric horror experiences.
Kirisami Miura has stories that could inspire any artist, like that of the ancient temple, a place of mystery and forbidden passions. Remember, every great ambition has its cost.
Sitting on Steam through a demo, I believe it is the second time we're mentioning this one over here in our list, or maybe it's the first time, BrokenLore Don't Watch is even another first-person psychological horror game in which you play as a young man trapped in his apartment in Tokyo, and your PC is the only link to the outside world, kinda like this Silent Hill 4 The Room's premise, except it is a gamer you're playing as. Anyway, it's a brand new game from the BrokenLore series, which we mentioned right before this one, coming out to PC sometime later this year.
Hello? Where is this?
Coming in at number 16, we have Post-Trauma. Post-Trauma is actually a modern-day survival horror inspired by genre-defying classics. You awaken to find yourself in a twisted reality full of mind-bending puzzles, tension, and terrifying nightmares. It is technically a tribute to classics and a modern take at the same time to horror games, blending old-school fixed camera angles like the Tormented Souls you mentioned before with modern graphics. The story also is about a middle-aged train conductor facing his greatest fears. It's coming out October 29 this year.
Trust me.
You think you can escape what you've done?
I think I can try.
It's time.
Coming up next, Retrieval is a highly anticipated survival horror action adventure that immerses players into a gripping narrative where you take on the role of Hannah, a commander stranded on a hostile planet, featuring amazing real-time visuals powered by NVIDIA's RTX DI technology and Dolby Atmos 3D sound. It offers a hauntingly atmospheric experience. This developer's promise. You can expect lots of intense gameplay, emotional storytelling, and a retro futuristic setting filled with unexpected twists.
There's nothing we can do.
There is no end.
At number 17, we have Begone Beast. This is actually a 4-player top-down action game which is coming in early access on Steam February next year. Developers a promise. It thrusts players into a nightmare-ridden town where they must survive a nightmare, with procedurally generated levels, a dynamic AI director, and a cast of unique chaos-loving characters. Each round in this game offers a fresh challenge. With a lot of hack-and-slash combat, solo or in co-op mode, this is an ever-evolving adventure. Coming in at number 18, we've got A.I.L.A, Artificial Intelligence Limited Access. Apparently, setting players into a futuristic world governed by a rogue AI is an action-adventure game that mixes exploration with puzzle solving as you navigate a dystopian environment controlled by self-aware technology. A.I.L.A promises a deep narrative choices, keeping players on edge as they unravel the mysteries of a dark future. Coming right up at number 19, we've got Niraya of a couple of black squares, apparently, or whatever these represent. I'm guessing it might have been a Japanese letters that weren't translated to English, so they're just a couple of black squares right there. Anyway, the game itself is a Japanese horror classic inspired by Buddhist beliefs, with minor action and some stealth mechanics combined with the fear of exploring eerie environments and solving puzzles. Niraya of whatever is coming to PCs only sometime next year.
Hello?
Hello, Mr. Rhodes. My name is Roy Millard. I work for the Wellsmouth Police Department as a homicide detective.
And last but not least, Lunacy St. Rose is already launched on all major platforms. Previously it was just PCs, it is now available as of yesterday on all major consoles. It's a first-person psychological horror game that invites players to investigate a town and search for the truth behind the character's family's gruesome history. The game stands out for its atmospheric horror and 2 possible endings, offering a haunting experience for fans of the genre. Lots of puzzles and terrifying monsters to tackle along the way.